Hey guys, my name is Mus1cMan, back with another Identity 5 video. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at some other players' gameplay and going to be giving them some feedback so that they could hopefully improve their hunter gameplay. So yeah, let's take a look. Alright, so the first match we're going to be taking a look at is of a Soulweaver match. Now, when I get that spawn inside a church, I always go towards Batcave. That's just where I go because I know a survivor is going to spawn there. That's just the spawn point I usually go to, unless if I spawn like top broken. This is usually the #1 spot I go to, and I see you eventually made your way over here, and you down the mech spot, so that's good. Now you're gonna go in the direction of the mech wherever you got that ping. We can't see through the replay, but yep, you're chasing the mech right here. Now, if you're in doubt of whether you're going to be able to make a vault as a survivor, just take the hit, take the speed boost, and run. Especially with a slow vaulting character like Mechanic. If forward, you might be able to take a risk, you know. Certain characters are able to take that risk, but other characters can be really punished if they do a slow vault at the wrong time, and Mechanic is one of those characters. Now, as far as your camping goes, what you should do is you should place a web in one spot and then like place two overlapping webs and just kind of sit in those so that you'll guaranteed get your 3 speed boost if you just sit in like the back two in the back 2 webs. And that would give you, if you got the 3 stack on, that'll give you a chance to have an easier time getting that boost with the attack recovery, the really fast attack recovery. Nice hit on the Merc, that's a double hit. Now, as far as hitting on the staircase goes, what I like to do is I like to wait till the survivors commit to running halfway up the staircase. Usually if they run that far, that usually means they're going to try to go for it and not turn back. So I think you tried jumping down the staircase a little bit early. Also, if you're closer to the top of the stairs, it's less punishing if you miss, because then you can sometimes rush ahead of the survivor and make your way back around. If I were you, I would just hit this barmaid here. Looks like you accidentally hit the chair there, but so you just need to get around this body block to get to the Mechanic. Now, using peepers on Soulweaver is a pretty interesting idea, although I would still recommend running Blink. When you're playing with Soulweaver, it's in top tiers, it's usually going to be a draw anyways, and most of the time Blink is a draw setup, just by the way it's set up. If you're going for all-out chase, you're usually going to be able to pull a draw, but it can be pretty tough to win sometimes. But with Basement, you had the opportunity to come back, which it looks like you're doing. That Mert got healed up, but Barmaid is down, and you know where the Barmaid's at, so she actually wasn't able to get out of the area of where Basement was at. So yeah, you can take the barmaid back down there. Yeah, you can see we're doing that now. And if I were these survivors, if a survivor kites like 10 seconds and gets stuck in Basement, don't rescue. If you don't rescue, if you play your cards right from there on out, it should be an easy draw. Nice hit on the Doctor there. What Doctor runs Tide? That's interesting. What is the Merc doing here as well? Nobody's decoding. Okay, you can spend as much time hitting these survivors as you need, because that Doc came by with Tide. So as far as like you're using your webs at relatively good times, just every once in a while you can like place webs that aren't like absolutely necessary to the chase, and with limited thread that you've got, just having more in supply for when you need it in a chase to get like a very important down, just keep an eye out for that. So like webs in basement and stuff. You don't need any more than 3 stacks. I don't think you were placing more than that, but just as a reference. Wow, that Merc found a pocket watch. Nice hit though. There's the doctor up here. You can probably get away with just webbing that doctor. You also could have waited for that Merc to go down because he was double hit. But, okay, yeah, you rush ahead of that doc, get a nice hit on the barmaid. The barmaid's going to be going down, and then it looks like you have Merc in basement. So this is a basement party. All right. You're going to take the barmaid all the way back there. And then you're going to take the Merc to the chair, and it's literally impossible for them to come back at this point. What is this doctor doing? The doctor didn't even heal. What was that? Alright, guess that happened. So at this point, you'd probably want to take the Merc first because the Merc's been healed to a certain extent. But it doesn't look like it's going to be enough time. And yeah, GG's just a couple of points at both on the Hunter and Survivor side. But now we're going to take a look at some Mad Eyes gameplay. Now I'm interested in looking at this because, I mean, my Mad Eyes is decent. So I see that you're going straight for hits on walls. Each Hunter has different ideas about that. Like, when I watched iAlien play as Mad Eyes, he usually recommends just going for the chase before. He said that, he said that quote, like, going for the walls is kind of more of like an older strategy, and that's kind of outdated just because Mad Eyes needs to get that first down so that you can have your overpowered camping. And it looks like now that your consoles are out of energy, you're going for the chase, and that's all good too. You did get a little bit of chip damage, so that's nice at least. So let's see. Prisoner, Priestess, Cowboy, and Enchantress. This is a tough Mad Eyes team comp to go against just to get that first down. It looks like you're carrying Blink. That's all good. With Mad Eyes, you either want to be carrying Blink or sometimes you can justify teleport on larger maps if you're going for that down with the walls. You see the Prisoner here. The Prisoner is obviously going to be a higher priority target. Although this can be a really tough area to chase in, especially if you're Mad Eyes without any base abilities. And that Prisoner is going to have this stun there, so that's going to stall for more time. Beautiful Blink, beautiful Blink. Alright. You're switching your walls here, so let's see. Oh, okay, you're blocking off Hospital. You're blocking off Hospital. That's smart, actually. Yeah, if you get fast enough with your walls and stuff, it can be very convenient to like block off areas. We kind of saw that a little bit in like the summer tournament and stuff with like setting up traps, and that's particularly more prevalent in Hospital than other maps. But you can see that. Wow, nice hit there. I thought that Prisoner was going to sort of like hide behind that pallet, but you did a beautiful job there. That wall was blocking off the Cowboy from lassoing. That was a beautiful down, beautiful start to the game, although the first round of Cypher Pops has been happening, although Mad Eyes tends to rely more on late game than early game, so you can still definitely come back from this. Enchantress is a really tough survivor to go against. If there's an Enchantress in the match, chances are I wouldn't recommend playing Mad Eyes. Okay. Beautiful wall there. The survivor doesn't look like can rescue there. And you get the Terror Shock. So that was beautiful stuffed rescue. I really don't have many corrections on that in particular because yeah, that was beautifully executed. There's a Cowboy here. In this console's about dead, so that's kind of expected. So when the Cowboy... Alright, so you decide to pick up the Priestess there for that no attack recovery. Okay. And obviously most Cowboys don't run Tide, so that's all good. What is it? Okay, that Cowboy could have lassoed there. So going against a cowboy is really tough to go after with any character because against top cowboys you have to down the cowboy or else he's just going to keep harassing until you down. And that's why against cowboy I like playing characters like, I think when there's a cowboy I either want to go Bloody Queen or Prisoner just because they're both able to deal with harassers there. Is this going to be a trap? Oh my goodness, beautiful trap there. You down the priestess in the ruins. Beautiful, beautiful job. Okay. And you're just going for damage at this point. I think that is the priestess self. Yeah, the priestess self-healed when they went for the rescue, so you can really just slug the priestess, which is actually sometimes a strategy that other top Mad Eyes users do, is that they'll sometimes I was watching another Mad Eyes player, I think it was a couple months ago, that actually didn't use the rocket chairs and just straight up slugged the entire match because of dealing with Tide and stuff, and he just kind of ended up sitting on the survivor the whole match while just getting chip damage on all of the other survivors and interrupting healing until the survivor bled out. And that kind of makes those traits in the persona build for like Tide and other rescuing traits just makes them completely useless for survivors. I don't know, just something to consider. I personally don't I wouldn't go with that type of a gameplay. This Enchantress has a lot of stacks though, so you're going to want to be very careful about engaging in too long of a chase with this Enchantress. Beautiful job blocking off Hospital. That is the number one thing you want to do in this map, is to block off Hospital. Nice job using the walls, chasing the Enchantress. Yeah, that cowboy's not going to be able to get there to heal. Yeah, being that the other characters have already used their exit paths, all you need to do is block off that cowboy, and you can just sort of like, I guess what we would call like winning by attrition at this point, and you're just kind of making it so the cowboy literally can't do anything. So early game, you got a beautiful down on the prisoner a little bit later than we would have hoped because about the time that you finished downing the prisoner was about the first round of Cypher Pops. So see if there's a way where you could maybe chase sooner and maybe get that down faster. Being that you got that blink, if you can get like one hit early, then you can usually use that blink to get a more quick first down. And I'm not quite sure what your persona is, but you should be going maximum chase to make that easier early game to get that first down using your chase. But from then on out, your camping was absolutely beautiful. I probably would have, when you had that Enchantress down, or not that Enchantress, the Priestess down by the chair, I would have kept picking up the Priestess and kept swinging at that cowboy just to put pressure on that rescue and not allowing the Priestess with her increased healing to have an opportunity to get a possible rescue there. Because you saw that cowboy was able to pull off that rescue there with the attack recovery, even if you were able to get a first down. But just a way that you might have been able to stuff that rescue is just by picking up that Priestess and going for it. But your late game was absolutely great, using the overclock ability to sort of drown out survivors' abilities to really do anything. You just kind of kept slugging them on the ground, which is not an uncommon tactic for Mad Eyes, as I kind of explained before. But overall, you did a really, really great job, and I'm looking forward to reviewing the other games you sent me in the future. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you have any questions or comments, please don't forget to leave those in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.